Welcome to Football Friday for September 30th. The first half of the conference season comes to a close Saturday with 5 games, including contests between the closest opponents and the oldest foes in the conference. We start with the Battle of Route 97, the 22-mile stretch between Gettysburg and McDaniel. The Green Terrors won the last 2 matchups on the game's final play. Ted Delia ran for 244 yards and scored 4 times last week versus Susquehanna. Quarterback Cody Smith and the Bullet offense has scored 40 or more points in 5 straight games. Larry Del Vicio and Peter Hack lead the Gettysburg defense. McDaniel wide receiver Nick Amelia is becoming a favorite target in the passing game, along with tight end Woody Butler. Running back Joe Rollins is third in the country with 679 rushing yards, while Tim McLister leads the secondary with a pair of interceptions. The Conestoga Wagon Trophy is on the line as Dickinson and F&M meet for the 103rd time since 1889. The Red Devils have won the last 3 games in Lancaster, but the Dips took home the wagon last season. Quarterback Todd Smolinsky and running back Mike Capone lead the Dickinson offense, while linebacker Mike Miller is one of the headliners on defense. Running back John Kaschak returned to the F&M offense last week and provides a nice balance for quarterback John Harrison. Wide receiver Jordan Zackery leads all freshmen in the conference with 25 receptions. Defensive back Jonathan Struss provided the defensive spark last week, returning an interception 70 yards for a score. 20th ranked Johns Hopkins travels to Juniata for homecoming. The Eagles are 35-27-1 in front of the alums. Quarterback Robbie Matey subbed for Hewitt Tomlin last week and threw for 251 yards and 2 scores. Running back Jonathan Rigaud and wide receiver Dan Wadika are also offensive threats. Taylor Maceo is tied for the team lead in tackles. Juniata's Nicholas Stubbs returned a punt and a kickoff for touchdowns last week, earning Special Teams Player of the Week honors. The Eagles' interior lines will be put to the test by the undefeated Blue Jays. Susquehanna travels to Muhlenberg in what could be an elimination game, as both teams enter with 2-1 conference records and cannot afford another loss. Quarterback Rich Palazzi threw for 430 yards versus Gettysburg, while wide receiver Spencer Ercole caught the game-tying touchdown pass in regulation and the game winner in overtime. Muhlenberg wide receiver Marcus Toomey caught a 64-yard touchdown pass versus Hopkins. Linebacker Pat McDonough had a career day with 16 tackles. Both of Muhlenberg's losses have come against top 25 teams. Moravian entertains Ursinus in what has become a heated rivalry, as the Greyhounds have derailed the Bears' NCAA hopes in each of the last 2 seasons. Ursinus quarterback Chris Curran ran for the game-winning touchdown versus McDaniel with 19 seconds left. Bryan Ellis ran for 180 yards and was the homecoming game MVP. Greg Martell leads the Bear defense in tackles and sacks. Joe Tegan ran for 131 yards and a touchdown as the Hounds gave Coach Jeff Puxon his first win. Robbie Moyer took over at quarterback and tossed a scoring pass in his first collegiate start. Alan Petros was named the Conference Defensive Player of the Week and has 4.5 sacks on the season. Thanks for watching Football Friday. We're off next week as the conference has a league-wide bye. We'll be back on October 14th with another edition.